Hello, welcome back to the channel. Thanks very much to everyone who's been watching. Hope you've all been enjoying the videos. Please don't forget, if you do, tap the like, click subscribe, and if you also tap the little bell, you'll be notified of our videos we do every Wednesday and Sunday evening. So today, as you can see behind us, we are planting our Jersey Royals, and we're going to be showing you episode 5 of our Field to Plate series. So the Field to Plate series is following the journey of the Jersey Royal right from the start until it ends up on your dinner plate. In today's episode, we're going to be looking at how we plant the potatoes, and also then after that, after they've been planted, the ground needs to be put back over the potatoes to ensure they start growing. So we're going to look at those two processes and show you and explain how we do it.
So this is before we can plant the potatoes. The ground's all been levelled off, as we've seen in a previous episode, using our 6145R and the Brevileri 3-metre power harrow. On the back of the power harrow there's a specially made frame which opens up the 4 ridges which we can then plant the potatoes into. Now, before the people can plant the potatoes, we lay them out on the floor. You can see there's the trailer. We've got 10 pallets of potatoes on each trailer with 48 individual boxes, as you can see there. These potatoes aren't quite like the ones we always plant. Usually we're planting potatoes that have been stood upright in the seed box, and the shoots will be all long and chitted. However, due to just the way the season's gone and ground conditions not being as great as we'd like them to be, we've had to, these should have been planted with a machine. That's why they're all loose, but we're actually having to plant them by hand to ensure that we can do a good job of planting them. So you can now see the guys, they're all placing and planting the potatoes into the soil. We use the boxes to actually measure how far apart we're planting the potatoes. So according to the seed size, so as we've said in a previous episode, all of our seed is graded into sizes. We will then plant according to the seed size, how many potatoes to a box. Today, in this field, they're planting 4 potatoes to a box, and sometimes you can plant 5, sometimes you can plant 3, and that's how we make sure we get a uniform plant spacing. So in total, there'll be about 14 people planting, and there's another 4 or 5 of us, a couple who are on the tractors, and there's also a couple of guys who help lay down the potato boxes and put them ready to plant. This field, as you can see here, is around 20 verges, that's 10 acres, and we should plant that in a day, so that's usually 7 till 6 o'clock. And it's a pretty amazing fact, they're planting roughly about 230,000 potatoes by hand in that day, so it's pretty amazing what they do. So we're lucky to have them, a great team. So once the guys have planted their trays, all the boxes come back to the end of the field, and then they're restacked on the trailers, which have now been emptied with the full boxes, and the empty boxes are then carted back to our sheds and stacked up, ready for next season. So once the potatoes have been planted, the last process is then reclosing the ridges, so that's covering the ground back over. We use this little John Deere 4520, perfect tractor, doesn't weigh too much, doesn't compact the soil too much, and then it's got a custom built frame on the back, which basically has got 4 sets of discs, which flip the ground back over, and then basically it buries the potato, ensures the potato is covered with ground, and then once that is complete, as you can see here, the potatoes can then start growing and hopefully start sprouting out the ground. So this is Dad, just finishing, well he's not finishing up, about halfway through this field. As I mentioned before, it's about 20 verges, so that's 10 acres, and that is roughly what we'd aim to plant a day with our team of hand planting. As we mentioned, this is not the first episode of the Field to Plate series. We've shown you all the processes. As you can see in this video here now, all of the processes happen at the same time to ensure that we can get the field ploughed, worked down, power harrowed, planted, and then the ridges recover ground all at the same time before the rain comes, which it's done a lot this year. So thank you very much for watching today's video. I hope you've all found it interesting in seeing how we plant our potatoes. We look forward to showing you our next video on Sunday. And if you just see here the final few clips, this is showing the field all planted and all complete, and we look forward to showing you more of this field and how it's growing and the process of how it grows over the course of the next few months.